So this is going to be another movie review. This one's called We Live Again. Sorry for the delay. Giving it 1 out of 5 stars. I hated this communist crud film. I'm in the Red Scare section of my Netflix queue. I lost my bank card on the 6th, and it reappeared in the bank after they had already ordered a new card, so I had to wait another couple weeks. I finally got my card on Tuesday, and I re-entered my card information into Netflix website. So they sent me the discs on Wednesday. I got them yesterday. I'll show them to you one by one. Fortunately, this movie's only an hour 25 minutes. An hour 21 minutes. Excuse me. That's We Live Again. Draymond Green's been spending the entire week here at this hotel, and he just pulled up a few hours ago. He didn't leave me any tip after slipping me $100 2 weeks ago. See no evil, hear no evil. This is another Adrian mention. After I watched The Toy, I think he mentioned a couple. The Richard Pryor Live from 1979 in Long Beach. Another disc. Two of them are stuck together. All right, here's the last one. The House on Carroll Street. Another Red Scare movie, I think. I reordered The Russians Are Coming. The Russians Are Coming. Because Netflix couldn't keep track of the cracked disc that I sent back to them after the lost bank card fiasco. I paid about $5 today. Well, $6 if you count my cell phone bill. The cash tips are few and far between, and I missed that motorcycle champion, cover girl model who was here last week. I sent her an email, but I got no response. Her brother's probably screening those, and who knows? Maybe Draymond Green saw my video because I mentioned his name, and that's why he's refusing to tip me now. Some other valet, Donald Wu, he got Draymond Green to take a picture of them together, and he got Draymond Green to sign a basketball for his friend. And Draymond Green tipped him $3, which is still pretty cheap for a guy who's making millions of dollars every year for the NBA, while he's able to cause teammates to leave or punch teammates or whatever he's doing. I don't know. Speaking of which, my 13-year-old son got in trouble at his school again. This time his social studies teacher said he and another boy were harassing some boy who was to the point where he was crying in class. I find that hard to believe that my son would actually do that, but these teachers, they're only interested in rewarding and punishing kids. I know from experience going to government schools, and that's why I wanted to send my son to either St. Matthew or St. Gregory in San Mateo, which is what I just texted his mother, but both she and the court refused to allow him to go to either one of those schools. Now he says he's going through puberty, and he says there are no Catholic girls at his school, which is a real bummer. He's missing out on a lot of things. So I told him, sorry you had to go through that. It wasn't my idea to send you to that school in the first place. I'm sure he'll have lots of trouble as long as she forces him to go there. It's entirely predictable. But getting back to the movie, so this guy's studying Stevenson hammer and sickle stuff. He's a military dude. Sam Jaffe and C. Aubrey Smith are in this. And apparently Preston Sturges was the writer, which is a little confusing. I don't know why he would get involved with this kind of film, quite honestly. But this guy's into the hammer sickle. He believes that everyone is equal, and because we breathe air and drink water, everything should be free. Like Adrian's communist healthcare in Australia. Free healthcare. Yeah, it's not free if the taxpayers have to pay for it, but it's free if you don't have to pay. Anyways, I'm giving Adrian a hard time now. I better not do that. He posts the most comments on my channel, and I've got one of his mentions in my pocket, so I better be nice to him. I don't want to lose him and be a jerk like Rambo Raff for life. Stopped watching his videos a long time ago, before I even started my channel. All right. So this guy's communist crud. He's got the hots for some blondie from Scandinavia or somewhere. She's an Orthodox Christian woman, and she's a lowly maid. So naturally he goes after her because she's poor, she has no belongings, and that's the kind of person he likes, because he's all about peasant, rising up the peasant class, or whatever the hell he's doing. So there's that. He goes after Jane Baxter. He's got some side business going, but he gets his blondie Scandinavian girlfriend pregos in the meantime. So he's kind of a playboy hustler dude. He doesn't even want to be in the military. He wants to do civil work. In other words, government job. Kind of reminds me of my grandfather, who was a Republican, but he liked FDR and the GI Bill that put him through college. Other people's money again. So Adrian and both Adrian and my grandfather are willing to make exceptions to their so-called conservative ideology, or whatever the hell they call themselves, Republican, or I don't know what conservative party is in Australia. It probably doesn't exist anymore, or it's irrelevant. Just like Republicans here in California, they're effing irrelevant. So she becomes a prostitute, and she gets involved in some poisoning some dude's drink inadvertently. They told her it was sleep powder, but the court doesn't care. They send her, and the jury doesn't know what to do, because ironically, and it's hard to believe that the military guy served on the jury for his former girlfriend. The baby ended up dying before she became a prostitute. So there's all kind of tragedy going on with this girl. I have no idea what he sees in her, but whatever. He realized that he made a mistake in the sentencing because he didn't know what he was doing. See, Aubrey Smith is the magistrate or whatever you want to call him for the British court, or I guess it's the Russian court. It's based on a Leo Tolstoy novel. I didn't even know they had juries in Tsarist Russia before the communist revolution. Until I saw this movie, I learned something new. Hey, it's not all that bad. Actually, it is. I'm giving it 1 out of 5 stars. Sorry, I just had an energy drink after my little 30-minute nap meal break. And the manager here was getting on my case for not checking people's plane tickets. He thinks I'm giving out keys to the wrong person or something. And I was scrambling, trying to pull 10 cars in like 2 hours. So I just told him, I'll be right back. I've got to get a car. I've got to go. Bye. Anyways. So once she gets sent to Siberia for 5 years of hard labor, the guy starts showing remorse. At first, she can't stand the guy. She thinks that he's not being sincere. But then he gives land away to all the peasants, and she starts to believe him for some stupid reason. I don't know why. Hey, free land. That's what communists do. I thought they murdered like 20 million people. No more than that. It's over 100 million in the 20th century, right? If you include Mao Zedong. I was just thinking of Stalin, maybe. Maybe Stalin was 40 million. I know they killed more than the Nazis, but of course the Nazis get credit for singling out the Jews, which I thought Stalin did, but okay. There seems to be some controversy there. All right. Well, I hated this flick. I have no idea why it was made. Oh, it was 1934. FDR was communist too. All right. Well, that's the end of my review. Sorry for the delay. I'll try to watch See No Evil, Hear No Evil now. Try to get through that, but I'm sure I'm going to start getting busy in about an hour. So I don't think I'll be able to finish it today, but yeah, I just wanted to get that review in before the mad rush this morning. Once again, sorry to have taken so long. The crazy owners from New York, the dead old lady, 86-year-old daughter from New York, is completely crazy. She's just yelling at her boyfriend all day long, stomping around upstairs. I couldn't get any sleep. I had to sleep in my car, drive up to my son's common area, or across the street from his school and sleep in my car, munch on some Mickey D's. So they're gone. They left a couple days ago, thank God. I was able to get about 8 hours of sleep yesterday, which is pretty good. I couldn't actually sleep on my first 15-minute break because I had too much energy drink. But I had a nice nap just now, and then I woke up and had a little sippy poo of the Red Line watermelon flavor, which is my least favorite flavor. Anyways, Karate Man keeps talking about that Renegade TV show with Lorenzo Lamas and Kathleen Kinmont, which I may or may not get to this year at the rate I'm going through the You Bet Your Life videos that Professor Quiz recommended. I think I'm up to like number 75 out of 126. Very slow process. So my movie reviews are going to be few and far between for about another month or so, the rate I'm going. Sorry about that. Laters.